What's going on, folks? Elijah here, rolling here on Westwood Boulevard, coming home from work on my usual short little commute. It's a pretty beautiful and temperate Thursday here in SoCal, sunny Los Angeles as I like to call it. Of course, bicyclists here they don't wear any gear. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only bicyclist that wears gear. Some do, but most don't. But it's nice, it's been a nice week so far. Pretty busy at work, but nothing too crazy or stressful. Just the usual stuff. Got some pretty big projects going on, so trying to get a handle on that stuff. But other than that, things seem to be going well this week. Mental health wise, been feeling pretty good. Been hitting my workout goals pretty steadily. Tomorrow's Friday, so it'll be nice to finally get out for the weekend again. We'll say one thing about working in an office job is just time flies when you're at work, as long as it's busy. I don't think I'd make a good security guard if I'd just sit around all day. But yeah, it's been a pretty good week. About to go get me a cheeseburger, try to grab a beer, chill out, take it easy tonight, and watch Netflix, play some video games. Just got done watching the Dragon's Dogma anime on Netflix. It's actually pretty good. It's surprising to see like an adult-themed anime for once. Kind of took me back to the early 90s, back when I was in the 5th grade. And I first actually started watching the anime, here and there. It wasn't a lot out and accessible necessarily, but take me back to those days when, anime was adult and gory, had, adult themes. It wasn't all made for teens like a lot of the stuff is made now. They were trying to push the boundaries and stuff back then, so anime was, when you grew up watching something, you kind of, get stuck in your ways and you kind of long for that, nostalgia that you used to have and whatnot. So it was nice to see. Dragon's Dogma, the anime was actually pretty good. I ended up getting the game on Steam for like $8, and I hate to say, I actually like the anime a little better. I don't know what some people just be driving all kind of crazy out there, driving like that, man. Got a family car, dog. Could have got something else better than that. But yeah, anyway, I like the anime better than the game. I think it kind of has some cool lore, and it has some cool character designs and stuff. So yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get more into the game here, but I've been playing that, Shadow of Mordor, the Lord of the Rings game, for like 8 months, and it's like endless, but it's actually a really good game. It's one of the best games I ever played. I'm sorry. It's basically like a Lord of the Rings, it's Arkham Asylum with a Lord of the Rings skin, but it does some really cool stuff with the lore. It's a pretty awesome game all around, in my opinion. So I've been chewing on that for a while. Them orcs in there be talking mess, like the mofo, pissing me off and they kill you. But that's kind of what I've been into lately. Motorcycle's been running pretty good. I need to order a new spark plug for it. I think it's about time to put another spark plug. Almost coming up on 8,000 miles on this doggone bike. Another 300 or so miles to go on it. Yeah, don't worry, lady. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm just gonna wait for you to do it. So we're feeling pretty good. It's kind of feeling down yesterday, after the whole Breonna Taylor decision. I guess I have mixed feelings. I always have mixed feelings about these cases. Mainly because I'm from a law enforcement family. So I know there are a lot of good law enforcement people out there who take responsibility for their actions and are actually out there trying to help people and make themselves better people too in the process and make their community safe for everybody. And a lot of them deal with some really bad, degenerate people. I hate to say that. That said, I feel like somebody should have took responsibility for killing Breonna Taylor. I don't think anybody's ever even close to doing that yet. And generally, if nobody wants to take responsibility, I feel like it's up to the government to make people take responsibility. And I think people, when they ask me like, "Hey, when is this going to stop?" and I say, "Well, it's not going to stop until things change." And I think African Americans and other people of color, we're gonna contest every single death, whether it's good or bad. Like I said, I always have mixed feelings, and there's a lot of cases like the one here, where a gentleman was a felon with a gun riding a bicycle in the middle of broad daylight, and then got into a fight with the sheriff's deputy. Rather than just surrender, dog, take the gun charge, man. You at least live. But I saw the video. It looked like to me he did grab the gun and try to pointed it at the officers. That's at least what I seen in the video I saw. I know people will see what they want to see. And those sheriff deputies, they shot him up bad. They shot him when he was on the ground. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get behind a case like that because the guy, he's not Breonna Taylor, who was unarmed, who didn't have a gun, who was in her own home. She wasn't a drug dealer. Her ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer. And her current boyfriend, at least as far as he thought, he was lawfully defending himself from a potential home invasion. One of the cops, he got shot too. He got shot in a place that, pretty dangerous wound. Got shot in, I think, in one of his carotid arteries. He died from that. I understand, why they defend themselves, though I think everybody would have been happier if they would have retreated and then try to re-engage from outside. Maybe get on a megaphone and say, "Hey, it's the police. Come on out." But unfortunately, it's a botched raid, and something hit my foot. That is the result of a botched raid. Is chaos, and the fallout is obviously devastating. Now 2 more police officers got shot last night by some maniac with a gun. And of course, it's Kentucky, so everybody's got a gun down there. Who was using protesters as a human shield. Shit, that was my phone that I dropped. Shit. Go back and get that. No. Something hit my foot, but it was my phone. No. Oh no. Not done paying that phone off yet. funny. I lost another phone some time ago, like right here in the same spot. It was bad luck. There she goes. That'll be a good blooper. Yeah, luckily nobody ran it over this time. Last time they ran it over. Oh, my screen's all cracked up. Oh well, nothing to be done about that. Yeah. Guess I should have made sure it was in there a little better. Whack. Oopsie. But yeah, anyways, not all these cases are the same. I don't think that we can be defended. I'm not going to defend somebody who was armed illegally and then got into a physical confrontation with what was, I believe, a trainee in law enforcement, with somebody who didn't even have that much experience, which I think a lot of people need to remember. Like, right now, there's a new generation out there. A lot of the officers and people I'm seeing out there in law enforcement, they're 20 years old, man. They're not older men like they used to be, and women. So these are young people. They don't got a lot of experience, and you're putting your life in their hands if you get into an altercation with them, because they just don't. Unfortunately, they just ain't got the experience to deal with a lot of these problems like older senior officer may. Not to say that obviously the officer that killed George Floyd was a senior officer. He's not what you want. But my personal opinion, coming from a law enforcement family, is if you're armed, okay, and you're actively resisting, then you're probably gonna get smoked, dog. And you gotta take the charge. If you do the crime, you do the time, dog. And if you're not, and that's the thing. Like, if you're not real, as they say, if you're not a real guy in the streets, or you're not serious about what you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing it. If you're not willing to go to prison, that's what I tell people. Like, if you carry a gun legally or illegally, you got to be ready to go to jail, because that is quite the possibility of what's going to happen to you. And if you're not built for jail or prison, then you should not be having a gun on you, or you shouldn't be doing stuff that's going to get you there. And that's personal accountability. So I'm not going to get behind people that are not going to be reasonable. I understand people's families are upset when anybody's killed, but I think it's for the rest of us. It has to be like, we got to hold each other accountable. Why should you be able to walk around with a gun and you're a felon in broad daylight? Obviously, you're real comfortable doing that. Like, you just take the charge. And the dude got away initially, and then kept the gun on his person. Like, why don't you just dump the gun, dog? Like, because that gun meant more to him than his safety or his freedom. And that just don't make sense to me, man. So if you're gonna go out and protest for Breonna Taylor, make sure you do so safely. Personally, I think you should do it in a small group. It's well organized with people in your own community. So that way some butthole can't use you as a human shield to take pot shots at the police or whatever, and get your head cracked open. Alright, let them go out there and get their own heads cracked open, because chances are they don't have a plan, they ain't gonna vote anyways. So they believe in some conspiracy theory or some crazy mess. And so they can't help bring about the type of change that we need in America. You got to go vote, go run for office if you don't like voting. Let make people vote for you. go do something. Stop being a micro idiot and not taking responsibility for being a citizen in the United States. These things are not going to change for African Americans until we're the ones that change it, and that's just all there is to it. And we're going to need help. We can't just do it by ourselves. We never have been able to do it by ourselves. So we got to keep our hearts and minds open, folks. So please be safe out there, guys. Go forward in peace. Make sure your phone don't fall off your bike like mine did, and hopefully if it does, you'll be able to get it back, at least in one usable piece like mine. So wear your gear. Be safe out there, guys. Until next time, Elijah out.